Hello, this is video discussion 5 for leadership course. In this discussion, we're talking about conflict and leadership. Working in different civic community groups where diverse values and opinions are present, conflict is a natural part of leadership. Think about a time when you're involved at work, a situation requiring navigating a conflict or disagreement. There's a lot of different situations that come into mind. This specific situation I'll go into was at work. We couldn't get a huge roll, big steel roll out of one of our machines. And a few of us involved, myself leading the project, a few of my maintenance technicians, older, been in the industry a lot longer than I have, 20 years plus. And then a younger protege of mine that I've been working with in training. And in this situation, I wanted to do it my way. Rigged it up, started trying to pull it out, and kind of just wasn't working. And quickly kind of saw that my way wasn't working. I was kind of stubborn at first, but then realized it was taking too much time. So then we kind of all talked about, hey, what's the best way to get this out? My older technicians, they wanted to do a specific way, and then I had my other younger technician who wanted to do it a different way. We kind of all talked about our different way, explained it, and a little bit of back and forth, if you will. And then we ended up going with my younger technician's style of doing it. And at first, the other guys were a little hesitant, but as we started rigging it up, we quickly realized that, okay, this is going to work. His idea was better. Little, I guess, expectations misaligned, and maybe, the older people thought that their way might be better. I thought my way was better at first because I was leading the exercise, but in the end, it came up to just who had the best idea. How did leadership influence the outcome, positive or negatively? I think positively. Compromise, talked about everybody's different perspective on how we can get that roll out. And then we went with, I felt, the best logical way to do that. Ended up working out. What strategies would you use to manage conflict in a way that promotes respect, equity, progress in team or community setting? I felt like we did that in this evolution. At first I kind of wanted to do it my way, but then we realized that wasn't going to work. So then we kind of came together as a group, talked about different ways that we could accomplish that. A little back and forth, which is fine and normal. And then we ended up picking a way, that we felt was going to be the best way forward. Ended up working out great. So I felt that, kind of listening to everybody's different opinion, talking about different strategies or different things like that in a group setting, and keeping an open mind. Just because someone's been doing it for 25 years doesn't mean that their way is better. And just because someone is younger doesn't mean that their way is not as good as your way. And then same thing for the leadership standpoint. Just because you're leading the project doesn't mean that you know everything. So it's smart to utilize your strengths of your team around you. All right, so that's what I have to say about conflict and leadership. All right, thank you.